Welcome to the CITL Canvas minicasts. These brief screencasts are designed to help you choose the appropriate settings for Canvas tools. This screencast describes how to set up and use Excel spreadsheets to keep track of your grades and import and export those spreadsheets from Canvas. So first, you'll enter Canvas and you'll see your new dashboard. And in the dashboard, select the site that you'd like to do grades for. Now, before you've even used your gradebook, you need to do this step first so that you have a properly formatted Excel spreadsheet to work from. So I'm in this class, and I'm going to go in, and you'll notice that we have a student already put into our class. You'll have multiple students if this is your course site. But I'm going to go over, and I'm going to go to this export button, and I'm going to export the current grades as they stand right now. So when I click that button, it's going to come up and it's going to say, here is your course. So I'm going to open this Excel spreadsheet. Now you'll notice a couple of things here in this spreadsheet. I've got a column for the student's name. I've got a column for their ID that their unique identifier within Canvas, and their section. Now those three columns you're not going to want to change. Those are the columns that Canvas is looking for to appropriately assign grades to the students that need to have them. However, here along the top right after that, I can go ahead, right-click here on this column, and I can insert additional columns into this gradebook. And now using the format that exists here, so we have a header, and we have the points possible, I can do something like add quizzes in, I can add papers in, I can add exams in, but however many assignments I add in, I need to put how many points they are. So maybe the quiz is worth 20 points, and the paper is worth 100 points, the exam is worth 200 points. So if this is the case, at this point, I have my gradebook set up. I could import this document back into Canvas, and it would set up a basic gradebook for me. However, in this case, I'm keeping track of my grades in Excel. So as the student is doing their work, I can go ahead and give them their points. So let's say Genealogica here got 19 points on her quiz, and perhaps a 85 on the paper, and a 199 on the exam. Really good score on the exam, really aced that. So once I've done this, I can go ahead and save. Now remember, the first time you save an Excel spreadsheet, always save as, just so you know where that document is. I'm going to put it on the desktop, and I'm going to call this New Site Grades. And I'm going to keep using that format. At this point, I can go ahead and close out of my Excel spreadsheet. And I can come back here to my site where I have my grades. Now this time, instead of clicking export, I'm going to import that Excel spreadsheet that I've been working on. So I'm going to click on import. I'm going to go ahead and choose my file. This is why I said you need to make sure you know where it is. I put it on the desktop, so I'm going to go there, find this new site grades file. I'm going to click open there, and I'm going to upload the data. Now, as I upload the data, I did make some changes to the number of assignments. So I'm going to get this screen that says, hey, I found these new columns, what do they mean? And I'm going to go ahead and say, yes, these are new assignments. You may notice there's another option for bogus, ignore it. This is for things like, let's say you use a column for calculating complex grade totals, but it's not a column that your students need to see. You can go ahead and ignore that when you upload the grades to Canvas. But in this case, these are all new assignments that I want my students to see. So I'll click continue. It's going to show me the changes that are being made to each grade. In this case, she did not have a grade for each of these categories, and now she will. And then I'm going to click Save Changes. After a few moments, it's going to say you can leave, you're fine, because it's going to take a while to update, especially if you put in a number of assignments and you have a number of students. But now you may notice, upload was successful. My gradebook has been updated with the scores for that student, and I'm set to go. One thing to note, if you upload something and you didn't make any changes to the student's grades, but you're uploading again, sometimes you'll get an error message saying that the import failed. Don't go and click that again. Often if you go to the gradebook at that point, you'll see that in fact those assignment categories were added. It just had trouble recognizing them. If you click the upload button again, you may get multiple instances of the assignment and have to go through a little bit of extra work there. We hope this Canvas minicast was helpful to you. The CITL offers additional Canvas minicasts, live and recorded webinars, face-to-face workshops, and in-person consulting.